All over Britain, young women are running wild. They're called ladettes.
I've got that steaming, I've come home and not even known how I've got home, and then woke up being sick.
I've probably slept with 100 people, if not a few more. I lost count quite a while ago.
I can't count the amount of fights I've had with people, strangers on the streets.
Behaviour like this is getting out of control. So we've devised a radical solution to this problem.
A.
We've reopened an old-fashioned ladies' finishing school, Eggleston Hall in Teesdale. And we've sent 8 of Britain's most shameless ladettes to be re-educated to a curriculum designed to turn young girls into perfect ladies.
You're the hostess with not the mostess at all.
The whole thing is just one long disaster.
During the 5-week course, they'll learn how to behave in polite society.
These good table manners.
One of them's breath was so bad, the stench actually made my eyes smart.
They'll work as chalet girls in Switzerland, where their new domestic skills will be put to the test.
This is really disgusting.
Finally, they'll go head-to-head against debutantes at a society ball, where they must persuade aristocrats that they are the real thing.
Good evening. Well, you made a tremendous entrance. The whole room went quiet.
I think definitely a dope.
Half a century ago, Eggleston Hall was one of Britain's leading finishing schools. Young ladies would come here for an all-round polish in the social and domestic arts before making their debut in society. Principal Jill Harbord taught flower arranging at the school in the old days. Now she's preparing to welcome a very different breed of girl.
The girls that are coming are probably some of the worst in this country. They are loud, rowdy. Their sexual behaviour is simply ghastly. We've got to teach them a whole new way of life.
Fran Rowe is certainly an unlikely student for Eggleston Hall. The 19-year-old hairdresser's idea of a good time is to flash her newly enhanced breasts at every opportunity.
You know, if you've got it, flaunt it, and I've definitely got them, so I do tend to flaunt them a lot. Do you want to see them?
Yeah.
Fran is being sent to finishing school by her father, who thinks his daughter is an embarrassment.
She dresses explicitly to get noticed, but she doesn't realise, I think, that she doesn't have to dress that way to be noticed.
I want them to make me see that I shouldn't be doing that, because at the moment I don't see anything wrong with it. I find it very funny. I want them to try and make me see why other people think it's not right to keep doing it.
If she flashes her breasts at Eggleston Hall, Fran will be disciplined by cookery teacher Rosemary Schrager. Each week, one ladette will be expelled, and only girls who are genuinely capable of change will last the course.
It is incredibly radical. It's exactly like Eliza Doolittle. There's no going back. That's it. They're going to have to change their life forever. And we will try our best and utmost to help them to get there, to achieve their goal. If they don't, they'll be booted out. No problems.
Louise Porter has been booted out of all the jobs she's ever had. Her boozy lifestyle and bad temper continually let her down.
I do get myself in trouble. I can't count the amount of fights I've had with people, strangers on the streets.
She thought she'd found a way of escaping the tough streets of Liverpool when she landed a job as an air hostess.
When I got that job, I was like overwhelmed because I seen that as that was my chance to get away.
But after only 3 weeks on the job, drink got the better of her.
Where's my pipe?
If she really knows she's had a good night out, it's because she's wet the bed. No lady wets the bed.
Despite this lifestyle, Louise's ex-boss, Pat Egan, still thinks she's got potential.
She's just like an uncut diamond. She needs to be cut and shaped and polished off, and the world could be her oyster.
I'd really like to give this a better shot than I give the air hostess and see if I can become a lady.
The teacher responsible for polishing this rough gemstone is Liz Brewer. The etiquette coach will also teach the ladettes a new approach to love and romance.
I think if they could understand how they're cheapening themselves, how they really are slags as far as their sexual behaviour is concerned, if they understand that, they can move forward.
While the maids put the final touches to the dorms, the staff are getting used to the new intake's names.
Mott. Oh, that's interesting. Angela Mott.
Actually, some of these names are nice and easy, Rosemary,
They are, but also they're actually jolly nice names. You know, Victoria, Frances, Louise, Emma, Clara, Rebecca, Angela.
The first ladette is just moments away.
It looks a bit bleak, that, doesn't it, eh?
I bet that's it, Vic. Nerves are kicking in. Other butterflies are starting to flap about.
Victoria.
I don't like Vicky.
No, Victoria. I think we must call her Victoria.
She's got to be Victoria.
Vicky Jenkins has never been called Victoria before. The assistant tanning salon manager from Pontefract in Yorkshire spends her entire salary, £200 a week, on alcohol.
I go out on a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Friday and a Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. I've got that steaming. I've come home and not even known how I've got home, and just passed out and then woke up being sick.
Vicky's parents have given up on her.
Can't find me for you.
My father taught me respect, but I've tried teaching Vicky respect, and she just doesn't listen. That's Vicky.
Now they're hoping that Eggleston Hall can perform a miracle.
I don't want to get out.
Oh, here we go. Oh, she looks dressed for the summer.
Hiya. Hello, hello.
What's the
And
who have we got?
You're Vicky.
Victoria.
Right.
That tells you in one how hard this 5 weeks is going to be.
Absolutely.
Next to arrive is the eye-popping hairdresser, Fran Rowe.
Hello.
Hello.
And who have we got here?
I'm Fran. Frances Rowe.
Frances. Have you seen those boobs?
One by one, the ladettes arrive and are shown to their dorms.
These are my secret weapons.
8 of the most unruly young women in Britain are about to be thrown together for 5 weeks, and the potential for anarchy is huge. Within seconds, the staff have spotted possible troublemakers.
Right.
She's sort of smart.
She's going to be an
like a model,
absolute monkey. I'm Mrs. Harbert.
And Scouser Louise
This is
Porter
Mrs.
is among them.
Traeger.
Hiya. Hello. Hiya.
I think quietly that one may be big trouble.
But there's worse to come.
Gosh, Emma, you've got a small suitcase.
Have I? Oh, is that?
That's sarcasm.
Oh, right.
Nice to meet you. I'm Fran.
You're right, Fran.
I'm Louise.
Louise, Emma, you're right.
Now, that one tried to intimidate me by looking me straight in the eye.
She did. I saw that. She's going to be a tough, tough one. But you know what? Bring it on. I want a challenge.
My dear girl,
I know.
you've got it.
It's the first day of term at Eggleston Hall Finishing School. 8 of Britain's most notorious ladettes have been summoned to meet the staff.
Welcome to Eggleston Hall Finishing School. You have been selected selected because you were probably the worst of your kind. Are you proud of that? Are you? So why were you laughing?
Because it was just funny the way you said it.
Right.
Also, who was the founder of Finishing Schools? Was it a male or was it a female?
Why?
So you don't know who the founders of Finishing Schools were?
I wouldn't be quite so sure of yourself quite so early.
Inside every one of you, there could be a debutante struggling to get out. You've got nothing to lose, you have a huge amount to gain. Welcome to Eggleston Hall.
You have got 10 minutes to get changed into your outfit, and I want you to come straight back into the hall, please.
Their transformation into debutantes begins with the Eggleston Hall uniform. From now on, it's strictly green tweeds and pearls. But the uniforms conceal a feature of Ladette life, which Jill Harbord is determined to root out.
Right, I wonder if you would all be kind enough to stand up, please, and I will check the piercings. You? And what about here?
Right.
You? Yeah. Right, so all the piercings have been removed.
Oh, I can take them out now if you like.
I would like very much.
Okay, sorry.
Would you like to go?
Laura Hearsome is next in line. She has even more to hide. Chelsea fan Laura is extremely proud of her natural and unnatural assets.
I've got 3 piercings. I've got my tongue, my nipple, and I've got my clip pierced. And I love all 3 of them, and they all 3 do favours a lot.
Laura has come to finishing school to learn some refinement, but will she reveal all to Jill Harbord?
Right, what about anything on your feet?
No.
Round your toes, nothing?
Oh, I've got a toe ring. I'll take that off.
Yes, please.
Her non-disclosure is a brazen act of deception.
Thank you. You may go. Through this way, please.
It's lunch break, and the first chance for each side to take stock of the other.
They're evil.
They're not nice people, are they, really?
They're scary.
And what is it? They're telling us we look, how bad we look. Oh, my God. check out the clobber they're wearing.
Emma. Now, Emma, she eyeballed me twice. She was trying to be, you know, the clever one.
Yeah. And we ain't got boyfriends. I bet they've had it for ages, but they've got cobwebs.
Essex girl Emma Phillips-Martin is completely lacking in self-control.
Now people got them 2 little voices in their heads, and one's good and one's bad. I've got 2 bad ones.
The 22-year-old saleswoman is worried that her vulgarity is damaging her career.
Do you imagine doing a presentation that's worth, like, I don't know, £500,000, and all of a sudden I'll just burp or do a random fuck or bollocks? Don't think it'd go down well, do you? Sorry.
Emma works with her mother, who is hardly a ladylike influence.
Off. I've got a lot of qualities of my mum.
I farted.
The way she burps, swears, can be quite vulgar, really. And I do not want to go down the same road as my mum.
What a wanker. It's Emma who's the one who's going to be testing. And we all said that from the beginning when we saw her arrive.
The main thing is not to let her see that we are in any way rattled by anything.
At Eggleston Hall, lights out is at 10:30 p.m. On their first evening, the Ladettes have been asked to get ready for bed when they would usually be going out clubbing.
I'm now going to give you literally 5 minutes. I want to be out of here because you've got to get ready for bed.
The rules of Eggleston Hall are beginning to bite.
If I hear any swearing or anything, it'll be an immediate punishment. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes because I don't want to spend all day on this. I really don't.
shit anyway.
I'm going off to see the other room. What did you say?
Sorry.
That wasn't me.
Who said that word?
Me, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. Lights are going out at 9:30 now.
Very sorry.
And I mean that. I'll be up at 9:30 to turn your lights out. Yes, but I'm sorry. We had swearing. Tough, isn't it? You're very angry. I can see. You're absolutely seething. Okay.
Sorry, girls. So I've got a big cob on and I don't like it. But I'm not bothered. I'm just going to be up her ass from now on so she can't kick me out.
Suck on a bum?
Yes, miss. Whatever you say, miss.
The following morning at breakfast, a surprise awaits the girls. An invitation to a party in one of Yorkshire's finest country estates.
Right, girls, dear all of us, my husband Simon and I would be delighted for you to join us overnight at Eggleston Hall. We will be having a shoot the following day after breakfast at 9 a.m. What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the only thing I'll be shooting is it. I ain't shooting animals.
The shooting party is the Ladette's first big test. They've got just under a week to learn a whole new social etiquette, in particular, how to behave around gentlemen.
Sporting men are slightly different, perhaps, to the men you've encountered.
After the shooting party, one of the Ladettes will be expelled. And in their sexual etiquette class, Liz Brewer stresses the importance of playing hard to get.
The challenge is the sport. The harder that fish is to catch. And they play with it, and they bring it in, and their interest is ignited. They're hunters, okay? It's exactly the same with their women. If you make it too easy, there's no sport. Make it difficult. It's a question of putting a value on yourself and being special. Don't give them a free sample.
What's the point in having it if you can't show anyone it?
It doesn't mean to say you have to give it to them.
At least one Ladette is sceptical of this idea.
Is there not a fine line, though? Because I find on the rare occasions that I have tried playing hard to get, that sometimes I come across as that I'm not interested at all.
Barmaid Rebecca Squire has a remarkable track record.
I've probably slept with 100 people, if not a few more. I lost count quite a while ago.
The 21-year-old from Fleetwood in Lancashire has exhausted the possibilities in her hometown. She's come to finishing school to meet a better class of man.
Pulling men in Fleetwood is way too easy. I want the challenge of pulling a new selection of men.
But the sexual etiquette class has already touched a nerve.
It's all common sense. And everything that she said don't do, I do. I just feel like they're really cheap and just feel like a bit of a slapper. And I always say I don't care what anybody else thinks of me, and I didn't think I did. But now, I'm more okay in what I think of myself now.
Don't think you'll ever get a man by just having sex with him. You won't.
Because before it was just all a laugh being here, but now I'm going to be a lady. I've got to prove it.
Louise. Yes, please.
Over the next few days, the Ladettes are introduced to the full finishing school curriculum. It's a crash course in becoming a lady.
Oh, we have a lovely crab ankle there. No.
And at the weekend's shooting party, they will be severely tested on everything they have learned so far.
Tara, you look as though you've got a nappy on. And then you're going to extend it.
Deportment teacher Sarah Jane English, doyenne of Lucy Clayton's finishing school, is one of the few surviving teachers of this lost art.
Very gently, everything tucked in, nice, calm, good. The book does help. It makes you concentrate on keeping your chin up. Everything must be kept straight and statuous. And once they've got it, they'll have it forever.
Sorry.
The value of the finishing school is to teach the young girls good manners, how to behave, how to do things that they've never done before, like how to sew, how to cook from scratch, which is very important. Put your, no, your apron is going over your head. I'm not going to touch it. That'll be disgusting. And I know that it's old-fashioned, maybe, but old-fashioned can be good. Old-fashioned, I think, is good. You put half a pint in yours, you put half a pint in yours, and you put about a pint in yours.
What we're going to do in this class is change habits of a lifetime.
Talking like a lady means going right back to basics. And Kate Forrester has an old-fashioned device to help the girls speak correctly, the bone prop.
They don't open their mouths, they don't project, and therefore it makes it incredibly difficult to understand what they're saying, and it grates.
Water.
Water. Water. Water?
Can you hear the difference? Can you hear the difference?
Principal Jill Harbord's own subject is flower arranging.
Right, well, I will leave you now and proceed. The value of flower arranging actually is remarkable. It makes a very dull dining table look wonderful. Also, of course, they can make it a career.
But so far, it doesn't look like Jill Harbord has any budding florists. After 4 days of hard work, the girls are getting bored.
Easy, tigers.
Can you leave it there?
You can tell it's it.
Louise has got her laugh, but Jill Harbord is not amused.
Sorry.
So what were you doing over there? You still haven't answered the question. What were you doing?
I thought you said watch what you're doing over there.
No.
And what was I doing? Drawing, because I was bored. I done it quickly, you see.
Right. Well, in future, I'll find plenty for you to do.
Okay.
After the lesson, Louise is summoned to Mrs. Harbord's study.
Come in. Now, Louise, I would like you, please, to tell me just a little about yourself.
Since I've left school, I've never been able to hold a job down because I seem to always have a problem with the authority. To be honest, I'm trying hard with all the work in the classes. It's just if someone has a go at me, I can't seem to keep my trap shut.
Must try.
I know.
Try harder. Think of your goal, wanting to keep a job.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening, girls. Come in.
It's Thursday evening, and the Ladettes have been invited to join the staff for a drink. It's the first time alcohol has passed their lips in almost a week.
Adults, it's all about being abstemious.
And the girls seem happy to have just one glass of punch.
Exactly.
Stop.
No, because for me that's fine. No, thank you.
Already, the finishing school seems to have worked wonders.
I've got a thing with getting my boobs out, and I don't know why.
And I hope you're not proud of that now.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. It hit home a few things where you think, I need to change. I'm not gonna disrespect myself that much again, or my parents, because they brought me up better than that.
Just to say,
So your dinner isn't quite ready yet, but if you will excuse us, we will go on. And remember, do not overdo things.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Night.
As soon as the staff have gone, the pretense is over.
Oh my God. Down it. You ain't getting away, Lily. Go on, son. More.
With the punch gone, the girls raid the larder.
Oh, just take that.
Upstairs, in their dining room, the staff are comparing notes.
The fact, I think, Rosemary, that we left them, I think it's a very good way of us actually seeing what is going to go on. Because, you know, to let that lot loose with no idea.
It's a huge liability.
Super Frankie Lampard.
Fran, if you start smoking...
The girls don't realise the staff have come to check up on them.
Golly, look at this.
They've taken the whole lot.
Heavens.
That is, they must be
I can't believe it.
They must be plastered. You have drunk so much tonight. I can't believe it.
I know tonight's been a letdown, but tomorrow is the night we won't
let you down.
You can hardly speak. You can actually hardly get a sentence. I'm sorry, you can't even get a sentence out.
Tonight they've got away with it. But in just 24 hours, they will face their first real test. Burton Agnes Hall, a masterpiece of Elizabethan architecture. After less than a week at finishing school, 8 ladettes are about to be thrown into society for the first time. Most of these girls have never been to a stately home before, let alone as guests. It's a whole new world to them.
The wallpaper has got fur on it. I never thought in a lifetime that I'd been somewhere like this.
For the ladettes, who have had just 4 days intensive lessons in etiquette, deportment and elocution, it's a massive challenge. In 24 hours' time, one of them will be expelled.
I don't think I'll be able to keep up anything from class because once you have a drink, it'll all just...
Go to the park.
Yeah.
And my tits are going to fall out tonight because this is too big.
Hairspray.
The girls will also be judged on their grooming, which will be scrutinised by a selection of eligible bachelors. These gentlemen, the cream of the public school system, will not be easily impressed.
I don't know what to expect. It'll be very interesting. Very interesting.
Confidence is lovely, but if they're overconfident, that's a serious turn-off.
If there is a fit guy, I can't really do what I usually do on a night out and go, all right, darling, because it's not going to happen like that. So if there is a fit guy, I'm going to have to use my charm and personality to win him over. If anyone is going to go with anyone, it'll be Becky because she's gagging for it and it hasn't even been a week yet.
In her sexual etiquette class, Rebecca Squire thought she'd seen the light, but now she's feeling restless.
I've been missing sex the most. That's going to be a challenge and a half. So tonight's my night where I've got to try and prove it to myself. And I've got to stop thinking like that.
Her appetites surprise even this bunch of girls.
Do you really love sex that much?
Yeah.
Is it really, like, that good?
I just love sex. I just have this, I don't know.
Do you come every time?
Nah, don't fuck. That's when I go to the bathroom.
It's time for the ladettes to make their entrance. They're hardly the finished article, but it's a promising start.
Thank you very much.
So Rebecca is one of our students.
Fantastic. I'm not a good sewer, but I've done a cross-stitch and that before.
Yeah.
No, I'm from Essex.
Right.
Yes.
An Essex girl. Don't know why that's funny.
Really? Yes, I am.
Oh, I like Essex girls.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Among the bachelors are several gentlemen who are out to make mischief.
Liz was telling me they're teaching you sexual etiquette. What the hell was that?
I didn't quite understand that as
You don't
much.
come, you arrive.
They are young men. They're hot-blooded young Englishmen. And here we've got a load of girls who are very attractive. And they are ladettes, and men love that. You know, and they will take advantage of them. Then they'll lead them up the garden path, and then they'll dump them.
I'll see it off of you.
I'll
Ready?
see this off easily.
Okay, just see it off. Cheers.
I think the night will reveal a huge amount, and I'm going to be fascinated to see how it develops.
And you can't do that.
I covered it.
No, you can't.
No, you don't.
God knows what we got in store. One of them's breath was so bad, the stench actually made my eyes smart. You know, I had to sort of back off a bit.
By the time the guests move down to the Great Hall, some of the girls have become visibly intoxicated. With certain gentlemen bent on leading them astray, the pitfalls at the dinner table are numerous. And a rare delicacy is on the menu: woodcock.
You were actually eating cock.
Your cock looks like that, you're deformed.
I can assure you it does.
Louise Porter is making herself the centre of attention.
These good table manners. Excuse me, I'm very sorry about that.
Baby, I'd refrain from burping here a bit.
The burping is vanished.
No silicone in sight, is there?
None in sight.
Cheers, biggies.
How much were they each?
They was $3.5 grand for both.
For both?
Thank God you're not the swords person that takes offence.
I do, I like it. Do I have big ears?
Well, my mum bought them for me, actually.
That's sweet.
Things are beginning to slip. Further down the table, Chelsea fan Laura is about to make an unwise disclosure.
Let's say I've got 3 piercings, but exclude my belly button. I haven't got my belly button pierced.
Worth every penny, I tell you.
You'd never thought it, would you?
Well, no, I wouldn't have, to be honest. I don't really think about that kind of thing at the table.
And you know so much about me already.
Yeah, a little too much, I think.
1 or 2 girls have shown their true colours. We've got Louise, who has been a total, utter disgrace.
Everybody is forgetting. If I was back home, that chicken would be in my gut by now.
I think at one point, even the entire table went silent. I mean, she has behaved disgracefully.
See, I can act like a lady, but still have my ladette.
Laura, who has totally disgraced herself. Do we really want to know that she has piercings between her legs?
I like girls to be fairly natural, actually.
Nothing.
Angela, who has been totally taken in by Rupert, who is a renowned cat. He's very well known, very flirtatious.
Even growing nipples?
No.
If these girls revert to kind, I mean, she's talking about her breast to a young man she's only just met.
Her language is terrible.
All right, ladies, shall we go upstairs and leave the chaps to have a glass of port, and we'll go upstairs?
Yes.
Laura, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
How was the conversation down there, sir?
You like it?
It was entertaining.
I have never heard such filth.
It's definitely the best night. I
thought
really
it
enjoyed
was so
myself.
much different, but they were so lovely. It made us feel so relaxed.
Yes, back it.
Fantastic.
Personally, I don't think I've overdone it because I can drink about 10 times more than this.
1 girl is going to be asked to leave on Saturday.
Right.
Now, which girl do you think?
The teachers will decide who to expel, but Liz wants to know what the gentlemen think.
You know when you ask the girls and you say, who are the people who you don't get on with in the house? It all said Emma.
George,
I had to absolutely choose
if
one.
you have to choose one.
Louise.
No.
For God's sake, don't throw out the fit one.
I think Louise is physically beautiful, you know, to look at. I mean, aesthetically,
Gorgeous.
she's
She's
stunning.
gorgeous, isn't she?
She's also quite entertaining, so I wouldn't like her to go.
You wouldn't like her to go because you think she's a good bit of sport.
Yes, I think she's great
Every
fun.
single bloke here says that.
Finally, Liz asks Simon, the owner of Burton Agnes Hall.
I think as a host, probably Louise. She was the one that did get drunk and did slip up tonight, so it'd have to be her.
Someone's standing on my fucking dress.
The gentlemen have passed judgment, but at bedtime, they're only too keen for the fun to continue.
Trust me,
Excuse me, I'm making you chase me.
Pink top.
Hey, keep them fingers away from them boobies.
That was... No, stop it. It was so unintentional.
But not all of the girls want to be led astray.
I've had a really good time. I've been on my best behaviour all night and tried my best. And I don't think I've shown myself at once.
No, look at that.
No, don't pull him down.
Alone in her bedroom, Rebecca seems to have turned over a new leaf.
I've never, ever been this proud of myself in my whole entire life. The opportunity was there. He had the arms around me, hands on my arse and that. And I didn't even turn around and say, fuck off. I just backed away and turned away to them so they couldn't touch me. And I like it. I like feeling like this.
The following morning, one of the girls is missing at breakfast.
So anybody seen Louise? Silent.
Who's not up?
Anybody seen Louise?
It's 8:45. She's got just 15 minutes to get ready for the shoot.
Lou, everybody's sat downstairs waiting for you, and Liz has asked 4 times where you are. Really? You need to get your clothes and that on.
Bloody hell.
The morning was planned as a test of shooting etiquette, but the events of the previous evening are foremost in everyone's mind. Over game soup and slow gin, Louise makes an attempt to save her skin.
Ask one of the young men, because definitely got gin in it.
Could I possibly have a word, please? Last night.
Because you were fairly rude.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you remember
sorry.
that?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry for that, and I'm just letting you know that I'm not proud of the way I acted last night. I don't think my parents will be proud, and it's something that I've got to control. Another reason why I'm here, and I just fingers crossed that I get through the weekend and I have a chance to prove to you that I can do it.
Well, we shall wait and see with glee. I mean, as far as I was concerned, she was out. But now that she's apologised, it gives her another chance to prove that the apology is correct, that she really means what she's saying. One of them will go, and at least now I'm beginning to be able to assess them individually. There are some that I still think are acting. There are some I think definitely are going in a different direction. And there are some I think that have got a lot to learn.
At Eggleston Hall Finishing School, 8 ladettes are preparing for an ordeal. One by one, they must face the staff and convince them that they have the potential to become ladies. The price of failure is severe. After these interviews are over, one ladette will be expelled, and a car is already waiting to take her away.
I'm more nervous now than when I first come here.
Before I was like, oh, it don't matter, and I thought I was getting one over there. But I don't want to go home.
Come and sit down.
The ladettes will be judged not only on their behaviour at the shooting party, but on their performance in class. They're about to get the roasting of a lifetime.
Tell me, have you done any homework except for once going up to the sewing room?
Diabolical. You haven't practiced at all, have you?
Would you like to sit upright, please?
I can't believe her.
Everything is bad.
I mean, your pastry was useless.
These are all things that are so terribly important to being a lady.
While some are defiant, others readily admit the error of their former ways.
After your first lesson, it's hit home that I did really need to sort myself out. I realised that I was probably acting like a tart, and I don't want that at all.
Right, well, I was impressed.
Thank you.
Next up is Chelsea fan Laura.
I'm nervous. I'm just going to imagine Frank Lampard naked and I'll be all right.
Laura failed to disclose her piercings to Jill Harbord.
Around your toes, nothing. Oh, I've got a toe ring. I'll take that off.
But at Burton Agnes, she boasted about them at the dinner table.
You'd never have thought it, would you?
Well, no, I wouldn't have, to be honest. I don't really think about that kind of thing at the table.
It was reported back to me that one of your conversations related to a piercing between your legs.
Liz.
I know, I haven't mentioned this to you because I thought you'd both be so appalled and shocked. Are you proud of it?
Not now, I'm not. No, not at all.
Well, why say it? What an appalling thing to say.
It was the worst thing you could have done.
Well, on a brighter note, even your flowers were adequate. I'm horrified, absolutely horrified.
I'm going to say go.
They just made me like an absolute fucking and a slag.
Jill Harbord marked Emma's card the moment she arrived at the school, and most unwisely, she has made an enemy of Liz Brewer.
I think you're a bully. I also think you're deceitful. You've given me lip twice.
Because you called me cheap, and then when I said to you, I'm sorry, I'm not cheap, you said, well, you said in class that you've had a different man each week. I said that was just me, my personality.
You did say that?
I did, but I said it's a joke to break the ice.
I'm trying to teach sexual etiquette, and you make a joke of it.
You said I wasn't...
And you expect me not to believe the fact that you sleep with another man every week? You're certainly not marriage material.
Then she's lying, right?
She is lying.
She's denying that she called me cheap, yeah? They're all saying I'm a bully, I stick out, I influence all of yous, and I'm an absolute disgrace to myself.
What a fine performance.
Huh? Wonderful, those tears.
In class, Louise has shown natural aptitude.
Good.
But in every other way, her first week has been a disaster.
Yes,
Back it. I am really embarrassed about how drunk I was, and I hope that I do get the chance to stay because I really do not want to go.
Louise, would you come in, please?
Her only hope is to persuade the staff that her contrition is genuine.
I promise that you should believe me because I don't want to ruin this, because I am going to end up with my biggest fear, ended up with no job, and I've got to change now, or I never will.
I know that you say that you're sorry. I don't know that I really believe you. I'm wanting to believe you.
I might be completely hoodwinked over it, but I think she is genuinely sorry, and she wants to prove herself.
I'm not so sure. She's apologised to me 3 times so far, and she keeps making the same mistakes.
The interviews are over, and a decision must be made.
She just truly is very rough and ready.
There are a couple of diamonds there, and I think if we work very hard, I think we've got a good chance.
The decision has been taken. Ultimately, only those who can be presented at a society ball will last the course.
You have all let yourselves down in one way or another, and 3 of you in particular. Laura, Emma, and Louise. Laura, for you to have divulged what you did about your intimate body piercings was disgraceful. And furthermore, it was an act of deceit towards me, because I had requested you specifically to remove any remaining piercings. Emma, from the moment you stepped through that door, overconfidence has been your downfall. We have seen no sign of genuine effort to change. Louise, you actually are blessed with many good points. But of course, Bert and Agnes, what can I say? You were a total liability. After careful consideration, we have decided to give 2 of you another chance. And the girl we'll be inviting to leave is Emma.
Emma, the car is waiting outside. Would you go and pack your things now?
Thank you.
Now, girls, we'll see you later.
The reality of Eggleston Hall has finally hit home.
Oh, fucking hell, I don't ever want to go through that again, ever. I feel so bad on Emma because I've done the most bad things and she's going.
I'd rather go still intact and still knowing who I am than listening to them mocking me.
I don't think she really wanted to be here right at the very beginning. Now she's desperate to stay.
Can you just turn that for me?
Ladette girls are on the go.
I'm Nessie, get me out of here. Bye. See you.
I'm not waving anymore.
No, I waved.
See you later.